Hey team, welcome into a very special edition of Emerging Issues as the Talking League Biplaner is out now. So Jason, you're here jumping through what we've got available for you. So of course, Talking League Biplaner now available. Head to talkingleaguepod.com and you'll be able to download a copy from here. What you get when you download a copy, and again, only Excel compatible at this point in time, is something that looks like this. So if you used the planner last year, it looks very, very similar to the Outlook from last year. Obviously, we've just shifted it from being 13 to 20 to 12 to 19. To update the team, which currently reflects my current side, heading into round 9, just go to the drop down and type in the player name, and they'll automatically populate with the team and the position number. This is up to the user, so if you think a player is going to play Origin, just type in yes into that and it'll reflect that. Now, Corey Horsburgh currently not showing up as yes on this, but I'll update that later and I'll show you why. What else you can see on here is potentially available rounds during this period, the amount of buys they have, as well as how many games they've missed from Origin. Underneath here as well, you have an Origin player check in 12, 15, and 18, because that's when they're in Origin camp. The buy-round players for those ones, and then we've got our Origin checks in the minors for those that might need to back up. Then gives you potentially available players. Now, if you have more than 13 in the majors, so 12, 15, 18, or the minus 13, 16, 19 will show up here with a risk of oversubscription. Also gives you a positional coverage, and it will check it for the 12, 13, 15, 16, 18, 19 respectively. If it's red, it means you don't have enough. If it's green, you've got the exact right amount. And if it's yellow, it's a oversubscription risk because you've got excess amount, of course. Oversubscription being more players available for a position than you can play in one of the major or minor buy rounds. Now, this can get a bit confusing with all the colours. So what we've also done is added major and minor buy sheets to this particular spreadsheet. So let's go in and have a look. Now, if you want to make sure that the data is ready to go, right click on it, hit refresh for each of the respective tables. So what we can see here is that currently I've got 13 players available for round 12. So on the cusp of it, looks pretty good. However, our oversubscription shortfall risks don't really pick up that player nuance in positions. And you can see here currently, no hookers available this round, so potential shortfall. Same with the mids. Every other position has a potential oversubscription, noting that there are some dual positions in there, so there might not necessarily be too many of a certain position. Same here for 15 and 18. And it also works here for our minor buys here as well. So with those, what we want to do is have a bit of a look into the players that are available in these rounds. Now, clearly in round 13, which would be the same for a lot of coaches, I've got 21 players, but I can only play 13, so it's a bit of a waste at the moment. So this can be a good tool for me to work out, okay, can I buy in some cheaper players to do play in this round that I'm not fussed about playing? And is there the option as well to maybe get in some guys that maybe play round 12 but don't play round 13? So our Bulldogs, Sharks, and Dolphins. So let's go in and have a bit of a look at some of the other changes as well. So as I mentioned before, Corey Horsburgh here, he is currently listed as not an Origin player, but if I was to change that here, obviously it updates these 3 cells here to suggest you'll be playing Origin and therefore unavailable, so our numbers are dropping already. We head in here, and if we want to update this here, just right click, hit refresh, and you can see now it's dropped to 12. So again, we're even shorter in the mids. We've just got the 1 and we've got 0 hookers. You'll need to do that for each 3 of those tables to get those to update. So I recommend go and make your changes away from what my team currently looks like to what your team currently looks like, and then just refresh each of the tables. So that's all well and good. We can go in there and refresh that as well. And Corey Horsburgh, of course, will still show up as a potential player for 13 because he would back up from Origin. Now, what we can then do with the planner, and this is the whole purpose of it, is we can actually go and replace players and do a potential trade. So for example, for me, I'm looking at Adam Fanua-Blake coming in for Isaiah Yeo in round 11. Now, if I was to do that, what does it do to my major buy round planning? Let's have a look. So I can refresh here. Fanua-Blake comes in, beauty, back up to 13, 2 mids, just need to find another one. And if I go into the minor buys, you can also see here that I now only have 20 players available. So I've dropped that down by 1, which isn't too bad. Like I think for these, we probably want, maybe anywhere from 2 to 4 players that have buys in these rounds just to help drop it down. Obviously round 16 and 19 look a bit healthy in that regard because I've already got lots of players that play for teams that have a buy in 19 or 16. So that is the buy planner. It is very, very basic, very, very simple to follow along with. Any issues, do reach out on the socials and we can get them sorted for you. But otherwise, download a copy and get stuck into your buy planning. Enjoy.